We're doing out there first things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Wave Technology Screens, and that's Taco running fast back and forth. All right, we got a challenge. So, I feel that at the end of the day, we got problems with people thinking they have the same product as us. They don't do our testing, they don't do any of our demonstrations, nothing like that whatsoever. And we put these challenges out to basically challenge other people who claim they're the same as us, but we never see this ever. So these are challenges that we put out. And keep in mind, we're going to be developing a screen paint, which I'm probably not going to call it Conquer. I'm having some fun there. I'm probably going to call it, basically, we're going to bring out the Phoenix. I've been down to test out the Phoenix, and I think this would be an amazing test demonstration and put the Phoenix against everything that we can put it against. And again, we are going to build a resume, a huge showcase on our website showing each one of these screens we basically put against our products. Again, professional. I don't want people thinking that we're going to be calling your products this, that, and the other. We're not going to be doing that. We're just going to do a side-by-side demonstration to see how you compare it to our contrast levels, colors, ambient light rejection technology or FLE technology. And if you can operate next to certified, fully lit environments, black paint, and burger paint that actually matches your product, we're going to put you against it. Because again, you should have had these tests done already. The fact that none of these tests have been done, well, that's not my problem today. That becomes your problem. So this is a challenge that we put out first before we actually go down the road and basically start collecting. So in this challenge, you can see that's black paint laying against our screen. That is a certified screen right there, roughly around $7,000, I think, for 120 inches. And as a white surface, we're going to do something called color changer. So we're going to go in and get in multiple colors right here. We had to put the computer in because the Fire Stick started having problems and the day just didn't want to work right. You can see type of the cat go by on camera. He likes to be on camera. So as you can see, as the color is changing, keep in mind when you do this demonstration, let me show you something really quick. You are required to have a projector. And the same one I have in my demonstration, which is going to be a Sony. I'll put that down in the description. You're going to pick up a Sony. And these projectors can be found all over eBay. This projector is an XGA VPL CX100. There are no ports on the back of this, so you will be getting yourself an adapter so you can run your Fire Stick or your computer, whatever you want to run out of the back of that. And the reason why we don't use the high-end projectors, because again, it's way too easy to do those projectors. We need to do something where your screen's going to have to work for it. This is your meter you're going to have. Meter is going to show that it does not pick up at all. You have to be in a fully lit environment, and kicker, you have to be in a commercial environment because commercial environments have far more light, and it's really hard to get around that demonstration if you're in commercial. You can't fake those demonstrations at all by having a controlled environment saying we're in a well-lit environment. Lights that you have in your home are much different than commercial. So you're going to show a meter right here, and you hit your meter, power it on, and your meter has to pull that, which means your meter's maxed out. Take my hand, run it over top the meter. You see it's reading. Take it away. It's gone. So you're going to have to be pulling out a maxed out meter. Your meter is going to sit in the middle of the floor, not near the screen, not near a door, not near a window. Because again, people do that. They try to manipulate the meters. All right, so let's show you what you got to do. Oh, by the way, no ultra short throw projectors, no short throw projectors. You'll be in a long throw projector. They only make them those projectors anyway. And I'll put the model of the projector in the description. You will not be calibrating your projector in any way whatsoever. That's considered to be a form of cheating. That's what we consider it to be. And again, as I said before, you're going to be in a maxed out environment. So you're going to do, if your screen's gray, you're going to do gray paint. If your screen's charcoal gray, you're going to do charcoal gray. I have several paints that you can pick up. We have one called by Slipsoar. It's called a software gray. That's actually a beautiful color to pick up, no problem. Next to this, we have the daylight screen, which is the PARALLAX. You'll be doing this demonstration with this product. As we go along, we pick up more certified screens. You will match every single one that we do. If not, like I said, we just bring your product here and do the demonstration. So you won't be at this office. I have a special place I'll be taking you to that actually has more light than this environment, believe it or not. And a white surface to see how you compare it to a white surface. So let's begin that color demonstration. Taco likes to sit there and show himself off. And this is what you're required to do. Now, the reason why we do this is because we got a lot of people chattering. They talk too much. We're not talking about just the two. I'm challenging all of you. And again, if you ignore this, we'll come get your product. And I'll bring you into a commercial environment that'll make this place look like a dark cave. So again, as I said before, you do the challenge, or we'll come to your site one by one. I'll go to Amazon, I'll purchase from you. I'll go to eBay and I'll purchase from you. I'll go scour the internet, we'll find it in the day. You're making a free product, we'll grab that too and throw it up there too. Certified strength in the day, not to be forgotten. We'll come to your dealerships, wherever you got to do it in the day, and we're not interested in the rest of you. I want the best of the best that you have to offer. That's all we're interested in. That is the best of daylight right there. Now, it's not to basically go in at the end of the day and say, hey, your product's this, that, and the other. No, we know your product works. We'll put you on a white surface. We'll show people that your product does work, the comparison that your product does against a white surface, showing it does work. But you're not equal to my technology. And that's the problem we have. Too many people running their mouth saying we're equal to them. No, you're not. So we're going to come get your product, put you in a commercial environment, stick you on that same projector we have over here, put you against certified, everything we're doing right now, and see if you equal up to me. Mind you, that demonstration that we do is going to be a challenge itself. And on top of that, it's a fantastic resume from a company. If I go to a company and they say, hey, look, you have any experience on that? We've been on site, here you go. We have customers, here you go. But more importantly, this is what we're dealing with. We are the best screen paint on the market. And before you can make that statement, you're going to have to prove that. Now, I've done it already. I've done tons and tons of testing. So for us, this is just second time around. It's like taking a test twice. We already know it. We passed it. We passed with an A. We can come back in and do it again. All the same answers are on there. Just repeating the same thing. The only difference is that we're documenting everything and we're going to basically post everything to a site where anybody can come in, or I can take my giant resume and send it to anyone I want. But you can't sit there and say your product is the best when you haven't tested. So as you can see, there is right there, we have our color levels. Let's go over here. Let's get Skyworth food demonstration. Let's try her again. Skyworth food demonstration. There we go. Take it the long way. Now, to the fellow by Mr. Hookup, or I think it's Hookup, your YouTube channel, you made a statement about my product having off colors. You're going to have to back that statement up, because that is slander against my company. So again, you know, we would advise you reach out to me, or email me, whatever. I couldn't care less if you sit there and tell me, well, my products, I don't care about that. You made a statement that you're going to have to back up. Because I've done tons and tons of color level tests against our products. And for you to make that statement, no. We're definitely going to have to try to figure out something around this. And you're going to remove the video. The others can't ask for the video to remove because your stuff doesn't work. It's not tested. So you can't sit there and go, oh, we can't, you doesn't have to remove it. You know why? Your stuff isn't tested. It's not backed up. We got demonstrations of our products going against certified screens on so many levels, it's not even funny. Even letters from certified screens praising our technology. So with that being said, we can back our stuff up 100%. We're talking about gray screens at the end of the day. We can go in there with a bone white screen. Pour better demonstrations and import better demonstrations in our product. And again, if you said at the end of the day that, hey, look, their product, we have cancellations proven they don't. So I'll send you a copy of the blacklist too for you to check out. Mind you, this goes into a courtroom. You're going to have to be able to compare your, one video against dozens and dozens of videos. I'm waiting for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 years of testing, because mind you, black technology was around that time. Versus our test demonstrations versus yours. Not going to go well. So again, with this done, as for everybody else, this is not a challenge. The other person doesn't, it's not here anymore. He's gone. He never did challenges anyway when we sent him out. And the other one doesn't do them either. But this is for everybody. Whether you're on Amazon, whether you're on eBay, or you just certified in the day, it doesn't make a difference who you are. I want to be in the challenge. Well, black technology, and again, you're going to have to show contrast levels. It says right there in the description. You got to read the contrast levels, color levels, all that's going to have to be able to read. You're going to do it in a fully lit environment. You'll be using the same projector I'm using, which is the Sony DPL CX100. You get no calibration. You get no heavy contrast levels. You get no millions and millions of colors. You get none of that whatsoever. You don't even get an HDMI port. You get none of that. They're going to make it easy for you. You don't get long, your ultra short though, which means you can't kiss your screen and worry about the lighting environment diminishing your lumen count. You'll be on a long throw. You can't even use ultra short though or short throw. And if your screen's gray, then you're going to use gray paint. If your screen is charcoal, then you use charcoal paint. If your screen's black, you're going to use black paint. If you're white, then you use white paint. We show a difference between night and day. And that's for that whole contrast level in a dark environment. You mean to tell me, I just sat there and talked about that. People doing demonstrations in dark environments with high power projectors. Failed demonstration. And you watch me do this demonstration here right now. That's why I said, what the heck are we doing in a dark environment? 38s were developed and 39s were developed. I was living in Haventown, and that basement that had that insane amount of light sitting up in there. So how in the world are we sitting in a dark environment showing a contrast level? That's why when he did demonstrations claiming to have our products, we have us in a dark environment. What the frick are we doing in here? If you have my technology, you look at my customers are not sitting in dark environments showing off our stuff. They're outside. So they're outside doing demonstrations showing off sea turtles and all that stuff, screens painting up entire walls, garage doors open, all that stuff, showing the difference between our product landing off a white screen versus the technology they just painted. Epson projectors sitting next to windows, all that stuff. What in the world are we doing in a dark environment in Dell demonstrations? It's because the other screen paints don't work well. That's why. They did it to cater their screens. Because we shouldn't have been in that environment. Because we used to drive it in the big, because we used a lot more light. That's an embarrassment to me at the end of the day, being an environment that dark. Shut up, a contrast of an environment that dark? What? No. 4K snow screensavers. No. Next time your influencer is going to do something stupid at the end of the day, how about you do this? You get my screen paint? I want to be in a fully lit environment Meter's maxed out, and next time stick me next to something worthy of my technology, like one of these certified screens at the end of the day. No dinky paints at the end of the day that we got criminal charges filed against these jokers, lawsuits, and we got canceled orders on them. You stuck me next to a paint that has a canceled order. They can't even back it up to us. So, next time you do a demonstration, you better stick me next to a certified. I would like that much better. And no high-end projectors, man. Go get something off eBay and save some money. Give me a $10 projector at the end of the day. The reason why we stayed that, people, because we don't need that. The reason why they have to have high-power projectors, again, because the screens are lacking. That's why I had to spend all that money. And they still got to calibrate. We don't need that. So you shouldn't have me in that environment. If you're going to show up the perks of my technology, we don't require expensive projectors, we don't require calibrating, dark environments, and no high amounts of contrast in order to get our screens to work. Other paints require that because they don't work. When you put me in an environment like that and with other screens, that means you're doing it for them. You're benefiting them. You're not benefiting us. Benefiting us would basically, in the day, would basically drop that projector and get something cheaper, well-lit environment when you're showing up contrast levels. That would be showing our benefits at the end of the day. We're used to working with much less, which saves the customers a lot of money. Embarrass my technology like that. Oh, dear. We're done with it. He'll get the point soon. Let me see. Let's go over here. Let's see. We'll do that right here. No. I want to do Starfield screensaver. I say Indiana Jones. How do you get Indiana Jones? Starfield screensaver. Starfield screensaver. Now, if you notice on the black paint, it can't read the white lights that are coming off the Starfield at all, because it can't generate white light. Even though it picks up a heavy contrast level, it can't read the white lights that's needed to produce up a Starfield. That's another thing that people were doing the Starfield, well, they weren't doing a Starfield demonstration, but in the Starfield demonstration, you have to do this in a fully lit environment, which means the screen has to maintain a contrast level. But not only a contrast level, those little bits of light that's coming to the Starfield, you have to pick those up too. Just like when we show a white level with the cottage, not only you have to pick up the cottage, but the lake's like a little bluish color, the sky's back down like a lighter blue, and then you have all the black detail that shows off the background of the house, the cottage, the trees, and all that. The problem is when you use a white or gray screen, they can't read that contrast level. It doesn't pick up, so it comes up as gray, and gray matches into white, and that's why it doesn't look right when you're showing a demonstration. And on top of that, it doesn't even absorb. It reflects light everywhere. That's supposed to be black, not gray. 4K Snow screensaver. You got can transition. Let's show you transition. Sony 1 hour demonstration.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? The lightweight moisturization of Old Spice lotion is like treating your skin to a glamorous vacation in Fiji.
So as you can see, they can't pick up the blue correctly, and the other screen is not picking up anything, it's just kind of dark. Other screen can pick up the contrast levels, but the only problem is it can't read the white levels that's required to generate color. White surface is not picking up, and the certified screen at $7,000, it doesn't have the ability to be able to read the contrast levels because it can't pick up the Infinity 1 level. Where the black paint can read the Infinity 1 level, but it can't pick up the color. Our technology picks up both. So, We're making a statement by saying that our screens were too expensive when you can take out $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, $1,700, $17,000 projection screens. Your stuff is not considered to be expensive when it's marked under $500. The problem my investors have at the end of the day, they don't think we're charging enough money. If we can take out a screen of this caliber, they think we sure enough should be getting a lot more money for it. So when I was on camera yesterday, I said, hey, we should be getting more money for our product. You think I was joking about that? How much money that screen cost? Just $7,000 screen. Imagine if you want to do the size that we have in, it's 120 inch. If you want to do 120 inch, imagine if you wanted to do a 235.1, like we have right here for this full screen, how much it would cost you. What about the big 150 inch we're building over here? How much money do you think that's going to cost you? The screens are expensive. Now, that's just one person. Imagine if you're a company. You need 9 of those screens. You know how much money that's going to cost you at $7,000 a screen? At $5,000 a screen? At $3,000 a screen? Say you're a church. And you got 250-inch screens, 230-inch screens. You know how much money that would cost you at $3,000 a screen? So you want to know a screen that was $5,000. That's a lot of money. A gallon of our technology, which most companies order, that's why they order 3 and 4 gallons, because they paint that stuff in their environment. They don't have to spend the money for the expensive projectors. They don't have to calibrate. They don't have to be stuck in darker ambient light controlled environments. And that technology, because it can take out a higher, more superior screen, saves them a ton of money. So what sounds more appetizing for you at a church? Are you spending $3,000? $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 per screen, or you spending $500 for 2 gallons that can knock out a 650-inch screen. You won't be taking those certifiers outside. It's not going to happen. They don't work well. You can't take them outside. They're inside screens only. Technology developed, you can take it outside. Can't put it to the floor. Can't walk on that. You'll damage the screen. You can't get it to the ceiling. I don't know how that one's going to work. So if you got a dedicated theater room set up, you're going to spend a ton of money for one of these screens, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to spend money to have somebody put an extended ceiling, which is going to cost you 10 to 20 grand. My customers don't go through that. My customers buy a gallon from us. They paint the wall and the ceiling at the same time. So, challenge. Again, rules. You'll be using the Sony VPL CX100. This projector is bare minimum. Doesn't have an HDMI port on it. You can use the adapter because you're going to have to. Mind you, if your screen can't pick up that high res on it, because our screen's black, it is contrast, it will suffer on your screen. It will show. You'll be using it in a fully lit environment, commercial, no homes, none of that nonsense, because again, this is an environment that can be manipulated. So you can be in a commercial environment. You can rent an office. Offices are super, super bright. That's why we like them. You have your meter present. Meter must sit in the middle floor. It can't be in their windows. It can't be in their doors. And the meter must show it canceled out. Yeah. To me, that said cancel out. That falls right beside cancel out. Is that the word for today? Cancel out? Yeah. When you do your demonstration, you're going to have a certified screen showing the benefits of your product. That's why we do the certifiers. Certifiers are done to not only show that our product can compete with a certified screen, but it's to show the worth of our technology and why we charge what we charge for it. Which mind you, charge way less for it. Anyway, as you can see, the difference. So you have to go against the certified. And mind, that's not an easy screen to take down. They're really hard to do. You know, that screen's quite remarkable. We put that on a white surface, it shows it's incredible technology. But again, next to our stuff, a different story. So you have to show that. You're going to be showing the paint, which means if your product is gray, you will show a gray paint. If your product is basically charcoal gray, you will be using a charcoal gray paint. Everyday house paint, slide off the shelf, that's what you'll be using. And again, if I didn't say it before, no ultra short throw projectors. You're going to absorb that light in that environment, which means you'll be at a long draw. As you can see, we sit behind the projector and the camera's behind the projector. And no close-up shots, please. And people so close on the screen you can't even see the environment. Just do it again. Hold on for a minute. If somebody just timed it perfect, you know what? I'm off. Man, look at these timing. I don't want to be here. I want to be. You can't make mistakes. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We just got a little bit more to go, and we're done. That's it. We're done. You can leave and go back in your box. You'll be free. Black screen, I want to be up there. That black paint, I want to be up there. Alright, that's basically about it. We covered color, white levels, and contrast. Did it in a fully lit environment, meter maxed out, showed the projector we're using in the demonstration. We're at our distance right here. The projector sits over here. No long throws, no ultra short throws, no ultra short throws, no short throw projectors in your demonstrations. You will not be to rely on 4K or 1080p. That's a 720p projector. You will not be to rely on high contrast. That projector doesn't even have that capability. No HDMI ports, none of that whatsoever. You're going to go bare minimum. Bare minimum. You know, this is the reason why I explained to you in the theory why we don't like to use high-end projectors. You have two types of soldiers. You can take one soldier and give him a buck knife and say, hey, that's all you get at the end of the day. You're just going to figure out how to survive. And you give one soldier the best of the best when it comes to weapons at the end of the day. The one that's going to have the best training is the one with the buck knife. Because if the other one has the best of those weapons, and he loses his weapons or something happens, he's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't know how to survive too well. But the one with the buck knife pretty much is going to have a much more advantage point. Better trained. Went through more pain, more brutality. At the end of the day, he knows how to survive because he doesn't have the comforts to survive. That's why he's going to be a much better soldier. That's why we put our screens to that boot camp process. We give them next to nothing, and they have to be to survive in it. But if you've been putting your projector in a comfort zone all the time, by the time you reach your environment, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. That's why they don't want to come here. That's why they cancel the orders out, because they know darn well that they basically handicapped their screens by trying to use all these high-end projectors in dark environments and whatever they were trying to do to try to make the product look good. And then you're faced against a technology that's designed to be operating in brutal environments. You can't go there. You'll get slaughtered. All right. Marking time for this video has to be done. These challenges, I'm going to put a date on this thing too on top of that. Make a little pressure on you. And if you decide, again, to ignore it, you don't want to do it, we'll come to you. Except for when I come to you, I won't be coming to you with a quasar. I'll come to one of them high-powered screens that we develop. You need a legendary might come up there. And legendaries are dangerous because legendaries can absorb on both sides. They eat sunlight. This Apex technology sits in those things. And if we use one of them, that means you're going outside. You can forget your environment. You're going to be outside against a storefront window at freaking 12 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. In that same light that pushes through your window that washes out your screen, you'll be out there. So you don't want to go near that. But let's be nice because we know you don't have that capability, and that would be a slaughter fest. We'll wait till that technology comes up, and then we'll put you through that challenge. You'll be going to the greenhouse. Literally, it's serious. We're definitely getting the greenhouse and putting the screen in there. So if you ever come to you and said, hey, we're going to put you in the greenhouse, yeah, you might want to go in that place right there at the end of the day. What the freak? We're probably going to get court orders like, do not put the screen in the greenhouse. It's going to become a household word, the greenhouse. Well, greenhouse is a household word already. But the fact that affiliated with our technology, yeah, it's going to be not a place you want to be at. Heck, we can paint the windows in the greenhouse and basically push to them things if we wanted to. Let's have some fun here. All right, Facebook page is blowing up. Yeah, this challenge is going to be sweet. Again, I told you I needed some challenges, right? Didn't I say that? We need some kind of challenge. This was much funner than what I thought. So let me see. All date to complete this challenge. And if you choose not to, that means you would have activated. We're going to launch a Phoenix on you. I got a Phoenix on site anyway, so I'm going to launch a Phoenix on you. I like that. We got the 30th, right? So we're going to be expecting to have this done by the 5th. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. You can post your link right below the video. And you completing the challenge. If you don't, then What's going to happen is near the end of December, this is where we show off the new Phoenix technology. A physical screen will be coming to Amazon, eBay, and any form of outlet where we can get our hands on a certified screen to put you against this technology that we have. And you'll be going against Quasar technology. And since we'll have your stuff here for good, that means that all testing under any product we develop, you'll be going against that too also. So it just won't be one screen. It'll be every single piece of technology we ever develop. You'll be sticking next to that. So I would advise you do the challenge. Now, again, for those who feel at the end of the day, just no, it's not wrong. It's business. If you're going to call yourself number one, if you want to be number one, then you're going to have to prove this. You don't get to say it and say, no, you have to prove this. Every athlete, every fighter, anyone has ever lived on this planet, in order for them to say number one, they're going to have to prove that they're number one. You don't get to say it, you have to prove it. That comes from the candy boys at the end of the day. They want to sit there and go, oh, we can just say it. No, because you're bumping into somebody like me and you get your world ripped up. So again, you have until the 5th. That's fair game at the end of the day. I think it's fair game. We're doing it right now. We're literally doing what we asked you to do. Among the other challenges we've asked you over and over again, which I'm going to post that to the site so you can see how many of these challenges we have literally put out for people. And I'm not talking about just them two. I'm talking about everybody. All right, I'm going to play with my PC technology over here and work on my stuff. I got to work on this new case I want to do. Got some changes coming up, and you guys got work to do. What you should have had to begin with. You should have been doing these tests a long time ago. There's no excuse for it. Can't sit there and say it shouldn't be a challenge. It should be easy. It should be super, super easy. Now you see how dark that screen is? When it lays against my screen, it's not this color anymore. Because our screens can alter the change. Quasars can alter the change colors of screens. They can make them look like they're white. Now, if daylight decides to say, hey, look, we don't like the demonstration you just did. I think the demonstration you did was faulty. Well, guess what? You can take them to court. And I'll do it and I'll do that same demonstration. I just did it here in that courtroom. I'll do it on the same projector. As a matter of fact, insult to injury, I'll get old Faith over here at 1,000 lumens and I'll repeat it right there in that courtroom with no problem. And then it'll be on court record for everyone to read that you took me into a courtroom thinking that we were faking our demonstration. You'll find that we are the real deal at the end of the day. And this is going to hurt you big time. People won't spend the money for your screen. You'll be all over forum sites. I'll use that court record everywhere to prove at the end of the day. Just like with Diamond, at the end of the day, when they came and said our product had potential, and then turn around and hit me with some court document telling me at the end of the day that I had to remove videos and stuff, or you're going to sue me. Now, if we were doing something to your screen at the end of the day, innovation, that you felt that was disrespectful, why would you start off by sending me an email telling me that my product had potential and you would like to follow the discussion as soon as I wake up? Because they did call me and I was in the middle of sleeping. So if that's the case, then people don't do that. You violate someone's product, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to basically send out crease and assist orientated to back it down. That's what they do. But yours didn't start off that way, which means that you weren't basically bothered by what we did in the demonstrations because they were fair and by the book. You were just bothered by the fact that basically we just wouldn't play ball. So that's why Retrain Engineers is designed to take yours out. Interesting. Anyway, so they don't want it on court record. If it gets up on court record, we'll use it. Just like Diamond, we use that as demonstrations against you. Anytime I walk against somebody who has one of your screens, the first thing that says, hey, you ever challenge? Here we go. We got it right here. Sent us out an email telling us our product had potential, and turned around sent us a court document telling us to take everything down because we're violating. If we're violating from the door, you would have sent that out to begin with, not later. Sooner or later, I will show up in the showroom next to your screen. Got something for that. It's called an Omega. He doesn't even know what it is. I think they only know what they know at the end of the day by basically the demonstrations that we show. That's it. If you ever make a claim, any of them never makes a claim by saying you developed black technology first, I'm taking you to court because we got it first before you guys. We can go back and show our timestamp dates. Showing that we're making black technology long before you guys were. So we'd be the first. We're the experts in the field. All right. Whatever. Got to the 5th. Gonna mark it. Got to the 5th to get it done. Not done by the 5th. We start coming in. And we're gonna bring in a Phoenix. Is it Phoenix? No. It's the Phoenix. We're gonna bring in a Phoenix technology. In mind, the Phoenix technology can overpower this screen easily. All right. Good luck. Oops. Bam.